And I want to describe one person as briefly as I can. His name's Shane McAnally. He's the best writer I've ever met in my entire life. You guys have heard so many of this dude's songs. He's an absolute genius. He wrote a lot of mine with me that I played and am gonna play tonight. But I met this guy in a Smoothie King, and I was working at Costco, and I tapped him on the shoulder, and I was shameless. I just told him basically the story I just told y'all from the beginning. I just said, man, I messed up, had a whole bunch of kids and not a lot of hits, and I'm struggling. I can't go home. I got no money. I'm working at Costco. I'm making $11 an hour. I'm gonna get a raise next week, maybe a quarter, and I bet you Laney's pregnant by next week. So, and it's crazy. Let's go. And so we're just in a jam, and he's so nice. He gives me his actual email address, which I was like, he gave me his fake email address, but it was real. And for 9 months, he and I go back and forth, and I send him a song every Wednesday on my phone. It says, send Shane whatever you wrote this week. So I send him songs, and he is so kind. He basically just beats doors down trying to get artists that he works with to cut my songs, like Casey Musgraves, Old Dominion, Jake Owen, Blake Shelton, Miranda Lambert. Just he is literally out there. This guy's a famous songwriter by himself, more hits than anybody I know, and he is personally slinging my songs to these artists, which he doesn't get anything out of it except maybe I get a song cut, you know? So he's selflessly doing this, and he calls me after 9 months. He says, it was kind of a depressing beginning to the phone call. He calls and he says, hey, none of the guys and the girls that I pitch your songs to want to cut. Nobody wants to cut your music, man. And I was like, well, thank you for the call. You know, thank you for the opportunity to share with you some of my music. And he says, well, look, why don't we just make an album? Just make an album with you on it. And you just sing them. You just do these demos. We'll put a band around them. We'll make an album on you. And I was like, you're kidding. So this was like record deal number 3, 4 for me. You really think this is gonna be the one? And he's like, yeah. Well, all of a sudden, when Nashville finds out that Shane McAnally signed Walker Hayes, all these people come out of the woodwork. And I'm talking to my wife about it one night. I'm talking to Lainey. She's so excited. She's grateful for Shane. She's so grateful that a guy, you know, would kind of take me under his wing and pour into me. And she says, why are you even talking about these people? They broke up with you. And I said, hold that. I'm writing that tomorrow. I'm gonna write that song tomorrow. And so actually, this was written by Walker Hayes and Thomas Archer, but it was really Laney Hayes and Thomas Archer. It's called You Broke Up With Me. Help me if you know it. Woo! I got coke in my bourbon, surfing that room like Swayze. I ain't drunk, I'm amazing. I got that way back in my swagger. Expect to feel no pain. I'm at the top of my game. I said you can't crash my party with your sorries and what always gonna be raining on my party proper rain. I ain't even fixing to listen to your trip and you're forgetting girl you made that bed and didn't want me in it. I said whoa girl, summer on down tonight. Ain't nobody making you watch me get my foot at you on. No, girl, can't touch my good as gold. I know it's difficult to see me on the road, but hey, woo, you broke up with me. Where you at, Billy? Yeah, what can I say, babe? Woo, come on, hey. Guess you don't know what you want till you see I'm moving on. Making lonely look like freedom, baby, don't even act like I'm doing something wrong. If my song comes on and I get lost on that dance floor in somebody's arms, it ain't a joke. You can't crash my party with your sorries and what always don't be raining on my Mardi Gras parade. Oh, a minute, I ain't even listening to listen to your gift and you're forgetting good. You made your bed and didn't want me in it. I said, whoa, girl. summer brought down tonight. Ain't nobody making you watch me get my forget you on. No, girl, can't touch my good God. I know it's difficult to see me on the road, but hey, you broke up with me, come on. Yeah, what can I say, babe?